Ryze, the Rogue Mage. Ryze's passive, Arcane Mastery. Whenever Ryze casts a spell, all other spells have their cooldown reduced by 1. Ryze's Q, Overload. Ryze throws a charge of pure energy at an enemy for heavy damage, and additional damage based upon Ryze's maximum mana. Ryze also gains passive cooldown reduction. Ryze's W, Rune Prison. Ryze traps target enemy unit in a cage of runes, damaging them and preventing them from moving. Also gains bonus damage based on Ryze's maximum mana. Ryze's E, Spellflux. Ryze releases an orb of pure magical power that deals damage and bounces from the initial target up to 6 times. Also gains damage based on Ryze's maximum mana. Targets hit have their magic resistance reduced. Ryze's ult, Desperate Power. Ryze channels immense arcane power. He gains Spell Vamp, and all of his spells deal area of effect damage. Ryze's Q, Overload. It deals magic damage 60, 85, 110, 135, 160, and it scales with 40% of your ability power and 6.5% of your maximum mana. It also gives you cooldown reduction 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10%. This ability I would like to max first. Rune Prison. It lasts 0.75, 1 second, 1.25 seconds, 1.5 seconds, and 1.75 seconds. The magic damage it deals is 60, 95, 130, 165, and 200. It stacks 60% with ability power and 4.5% of your maximum mana. This ability I would like to max second. Spellflux. Magic damage deals is 50, 70, 90, 110, and 130. It stacks 35% with ability power and 1% of your max mana. The magic resistance it reduces is 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. This ability I would like to max last. Ryze's ultimate, Desperate Power. The AoE damage does is 50% of your spell's damage, and the AoE radius is 200. The cooldown is 70, 60, and 50. It gives 15, 20, and 25 spell vamp. Movement speed it gives is 60, 70, and 80, and it lasts 5, 6, or 7 seconds. I would like to max this ability whenever I can. So now you know what Ryze's abilities do, what can you build on them? Well, here's the build guide that I made. You can check it out, you can make one too, but here's the one I go for. Change all you like, but this one works best for me, and here it is. So you start off with Fairy Charm, 4 health pots, a ward, and a mana potion, or 2. And then, so on your first back, you're going to want to get Tear the Goddess, Boost Speed. You're going to pick up some wards too, and try to get the Catalyst Protector. You're probably not going to get all of these, but just these are the ones you're going to want to get first. And then your core items will be Rod of Ages, and then your Arcane stuff, and then finally Sorcerer Shoes. And now it's time to choose a tank item. You can either get Spirit Visage or Frozen Heart. These two are the best tank items for Ryze early game as they give cooldown reduction, and that is what you rely heavily on. So after you get one of your tank items, you can choose either if you want Magic Pen, so against a really tanky team, or Rabadon's Death Cap if you want Burst because they didn't really build much tanky items. And then finally, you're going to want to have the last tanky item. You can choose one of these. You can choose from Guardian Angel, Banshee's Veil, a Spirit Visage, a Frozen Heart, and a Random Omen. Let's say you already got Spirit Visage, you're not going to want to get another one as that's completely useless. So there we go, that's my Ryze build. Finally, we want to talk about Ryze's runes and masteries. So you're going to want to run full Magic Pen marks, and then you can have the 3 ability power quintessences, those are what I prefer, and then the full armor, greatest seals of armor, and then the scaling matches as this one gives you better late game power, and that is where Ryze thrives. Next is his Masteries. You can run 2 sets of Masteries. If you want, you could run the standard AP carry where it goes 21-9, you know, put a lot of things into damage. Or, you could run AP Ryze cooldown reductions where you put 9 into here so you get your 8% target magic resist is not even there because you ignore it. And then you get your full thing into the utility tree. And this is really good as it can give you mana, which you really need. It gives you more spell vamp. Your blue buffs will last longer. Your early game could be made easier with these 2 items, a free ward and a free biscuit. Since you have a lot of mana, your health regen will go up a lot. This can help you get to late game faster. The cooldown reduction is amazing on Ryze. With this and your Spirit Visage or your Frozen Heart and your Q maxed out, you will have pretty much 40% cooldown reduction, which is the max you can get. And then of course, you want movement speed. Ryze can go in 2 lanes. He can go top lane and he can go mid lane. Ryze's early game for both lanes is quite difficult. You just want to farm until you start getting your items and start ramping up, because Ryze is one of the weakest level 1s.